Kimberly Baloyi, activist and founder of Girls Leading Change, chats to us today about her NGO and the importance of having this initiative. She's creating awareness around gender-based violence and teaching women how to empower themselves. Kelly, welcome to The Loft.
Hi, Belisa. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, Kelly, today we are talking about women who are loud and proud about being themselves, whether they're musicians, managing another musician, or, of course, starting incredible initiatives like yourself. So what encouraged you to start the Girls Leading Change and why?
I realized that as young women, we need to support each other. So Girls Leading Change is basically just a mimic of my life saying, listen here, I saw the need in my community at the age of 13. I saw how we needed to empower the young people. I saw how we needed to gather the young people in order to make a difference in our community and especially when it comes to community development. So that is where Girls Didn't Change, just birthed from, was a series of activities and programs that I did in my community. And I said, listen here, let me just register an NPO, get things going, get other young people and volunteers on board, and let us empower our young ladies and let us develop our community, yes.
Give us some background on how you support women in vulnerable communities and what do you teach them?
Our focus as Girls Leading Change is, the rural communities, the Lady Smiths in the Western Cape, and focusing on townships specifically. So basically what we do is we have two sectors of the organization. It is the needs-based program, and then it's the leadership seminars that we do. So with the needs-based is our famous dignity packs, and where we distribute food, especially in the COVID-19, time now that we are struggling with. Many families lost their jobs. They needed food. Plainly to say. And then we have our leadership seminars where we engaging with young girls on a lot of topics, a lot of, when it comes to entrepreneurship, leadership, activism, health, environmental topics. That is where we engage with them. And then we educate them. We educate them on what to do when it comes to university, when it comes to occupying space, disrupting the political status quo or whatever status quo that, they are disrupting. And then we empower them. It's just engaging, educating, and then that adds up to the empowering. So that is how we empower young girls. It's all about empowerment. It's all about supporting each other. So, yeah.
But Kelly, you touched on these dignity packs. So what is a dignity pack? Like, what is included within it? And how do you provide these to women? Because I do believe you also go throughout the country, you visit every province, and you've got a strong team backing you.
What is in our dignity packs, it is the soap, the sanitary towel, the toothpaste, the toothbrush. It depends, though, when it comes to our donors, whatever they give. I mean, our latest dignity pack had, these wonderful oils for their hair and, these oils for their skin. Even I was like, oh my word, I also want one. We collaborated with many other organizations. So Girls Didn't Change is big on collaborations. We don't work alone. We don't do anything on our own. We always get together with other organizations so we can reach much more ladies.
You even have gone to as far as to host a seminar, a leadership seminar, over the past weekend. So please may you tell us a little bit about the seminar, what you want women to walk away with, learn, but more importantly, action in their daily lives. And I also want to just tie this into the incredible conversation you had in Parliament over the 16 days of activism. Please may you share these conversations that you're having and why this is so powerful for you.
Growing up in the area that I'm growing up in, I'm staying in one of the most, we have the highest gangster activity, whatever the case may be, what's going on with our communities right now. And you realize that the women are the backbones of the communities. The women have been carrying communities on their shoulders, and we've been struggling with gender-based violence, especially young women, elderly women being abused, having to, hide and for safety. And these are the type of women that we are dealing with and young girls that we are dealing with. I mean, we had the seminar on Sunday, on Women's Day, and we had vision boards. And many of the young people, they didn't have anything on their vision board. And what we had Dr. Zanella Mensu, which is a psychiatrist, and she was able to, interpret what is going on, why these girls don't have anything on their boards, what could they be struggling with? And we are so excited to be opening that space for young girls to come and speak, you know, to social workers or whatever the case may be. So we're also acting as a catalyst to providing these other services to the young girls. But yeah, I had the opportunity to, you know, speak about on gender-based violence in Parliament's first gender-based violence sitting. And what I basically said, young women need to take up space. It's very important because women create a healthy political climate. Women are struggling, especially in political spaces where decisions are being made. That is why we are sitting with this problem, because we have gender-based summits and all these things, and the ones that are leading or the ones that are the decision makers is mostly men, which is a problem. So we encourage young women to lead, to get into those spaces so that the decisions can be made to take us forward as a country. We cannot be having, you know, decision-making bodies without majority of them being females, because the main thing we are struggling right now, it is gender-based violence.
Kaylee, is this essentially the message you want our women to walk away with, to take up space?
Yes, women must take up space. They must make sure that they are represented in decision-making bodies, especially, and that is why we are going into, you know, rural communities where young girls don't have access to programs like these. We're teaching them the essential skills of leadership, entrepreneurial skills, whatever the case may be, because we want young women to be represented in all spheres of our society. Take up space, disrupt the status quo, disrupt the political status quo, especially because that female president might be sitting in one of our seminars and you know, we might be speaking to her. This is our contribution to society. This is our life commitment, you know. We are just paying it forward because there was other women that did the same for us. So we're just carrying on, you know, the legacy.
And just like that, as Kelly said, I hope that you've definitely put that out in the universe, and that young girl right now is saying, I receive. The next female president might be sitting in one of those seminars. Thank you so much, Kelly BALOYI, for joining us and bringing this initiative to South Africa. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
No matter which community we live in, we all need to support, to feel safe, encouraged and empowered to conquer our battles and to lead others to greatness.